A beautiful night at the ballpark here at Castle Field, home of the Anoka Bucks, for CTN's live coverage of Metro Mini Town Baseball. The Bucks hosting the Coon Rapids Redbirds. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above and ready for an exciting one. Two teams very familiar with one another. And last game went to extra innings between these two.
Always fun. Always so much fun playing here at Castle Field. What a beautiful ballpark and a beautiful night, Joe. Ready for I think going to be a pretty good game. They always, these two teams always battle hard.
Coon Rapids shortstop, the birthday boy,
Happy
Jackson
birthday.
Bates, leading things off, takes a pitch inside from Nate Tillman, 1-0.
Jackson steps to the plate, hitting .333 on the season. I said to him, "How old are you?" He said, 23. I said, "Man, are you young? You are young."
Up and in, 2-0.
He said that he was the youngest of his grade, so he got his license last, so he had to make sure he got rides from all his friends.
And now Tillman finds the zone with a fastball, 2-1.
Tillman comes in with a 0-2 record. He's pitched 23 innings.
Bucks coming off a 3-2 win over the Andover Aces, as that one breaks into the zone and evens the count, 2-2. They had lost 6 straight before that, a number of those games just one-run games, so they've been in a lot of games and easily could have a record much better than the 10-12 mark they have so far this season. Full count pitch, Tillman shaking off the sign. And now comes wide and a leadoff walk.
Nice way to start the game. Get your leadoff runner on. Always like that.
There's a look at the lineup for the Redbirds. Tanner Stein now coming to the plate. Scott Jusela on deck. Jimmy Brenda, the cleanup hitter, behind him. Justin Reeves handling the designated hitting duties tonight. He'll be followed by Jason Klubin. And then it's Hayden Torgerson, Zach White, and Xander Parr rounding out the order for the Redbirds.
Stein hitting .360 on the season. He's hitting well.
Oh, and 1. The count to Tanner Stein. He fouls one back, and Tillman ahead in the count, 0-2. Another foul back out of play. It'll stay 0-2. Tillman after the leadoff walk, throwing nothing but strikes to Tanner Stein, a dangerous hitter. He's been in the Metro Minis top 10 most of the season. Another foul as Bates had taken off towards second, but will have to retreat on the foul ball. 0-2 it will remain.
Well, yeah, with 0-2, Stein having to protect the plate, making sure that if he's going to swing, he better get a piece of it.
Curveball hit well down the line and left. That's going to land fair. Bates will turn at second, dig for third. He's going to be held up there. And it'll be a stand-up double for Tanner Stein, 2 in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the first inning.
Oh, Stein just jumped on that pitch. That's his 7th double of the season. He gave that one nice shot down that left field line. No opportunity to field it.
And that'll bring up the juice. Scott Jusela, the first baseman, an opportunity to drive in the game's first run with 2 in scoring position. Nobody out. Tillman kicks and delivers. This one rolled to the right side. Both runners trying to advance. Thought about coming home, but instead Wells goes to Nelson for the out. And the Redbirds are on the board. It took a moment to get to him. It was kind of a slow roller, and Wells thought about it and may have had a chance to get Bates at the plate. but then decided to just get the sure out. And Stein moves over to third base.
So that gives them the first out of the inning, but the Redbirds able to score first.
That'll bring up Jimmy Brenda. Brenda's been thumping the ball all season long. And this one hit toward the gap in left center. Not a chance for anyone to get to that. It's an RBI single. Brenda takes a huge turn at first, but wisely stays there. It's a 2-0 lead for the Redbirds here in the top of the first inning.
Jimmy had been hitting .321 before that trip to the plate, so you're right. He was hitting the ball. He's been hitting the ball well all season long. And the Redbirds jump out to an early 2-0 lead, just one away.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Justin Reeves. Reeves hitting just below 300 this year.
298. Respectable
Come
average.
on pretty strong after a relatively slow start. Another look at Brenda driving that one toward the gap, and no chance for anyone to get there. Reeves staying patient, looks at another one down and away. It's 2-0. 1 out, 2 across on 2 hits. Jimmy Brenda stands at first. They'll check on him. He scampers back safely.
Well, the Bucks trying to limit the damage here in the top half of the first. So we talked about already 2 runs across.
That pitch in for a strike on the outside edge. They check the runner again, and I don't know that he made it back, but he's called safe. Taylor Nelson, the first baseman, holding it up, thought he had
he's out. Yeah, he got him on the arm before that hand reached the bag.
Off-speed pitch got Reeves swinging. It's 2-2.
So we talk.
Nelson over at first base, I believe, used to play for the Redbirds, if I'm not mistaken. Brenda is going. This pitch hit through the left side. Reeves with the 3rd hit of the inning for the visiting Redbirds. Back-to-back singles. Still only 1 out in the inning.
You got
Klubin rolls it to third, found the hole just past the glove of Tanner Thompson at third, and 3 straight singles, loads the bases, still only 1 out, 2 already across here in the top half of the first inning for the visiting Redbirds.
Another hit for Klubin, and according to the clubhouse leader, Aaron Lindstrom, Klubin has been hotter than Ralph's Daisy Red Rider BB gun on a Christmas day. That's obviously the ultimate gift. And thank you so much for that. And, and there's a special, so we're get a meeting at the mound. Both Al and Zach Sather will be inducted into the Redbirds Hall of Fame this Tuesday, joined by Dan Skog, the greatest player to ever don a Redbirds uniform, and Don Bright, the most influential person, coach, mentor, role model in Coon Rapids baseball history.
Yeah, Skog and Bright, the original members of that Hall of Fame, inducted last season. And, of course, Aaron Lindstrom and Zach Sather still on the roster until last year, and finally deciding to hang up the cleats. Hayden Torgerson, great opportunity here in the first inning to really open up this lead.
Torgerson hitting .240 on the season, looking to see if he can continue this streak
This
going.
one hit back up the middle, scooped up by Fredenberg. He tags, throws across, double play, ends the threat, but Coon Rapids gets 2 runs on 5 hits. They leave 3. 2-0 Coon Rapids after half an inning on CTN. right, Howie, take a look. Our opponents are on this side, and the Cardinals are over here. Where's the line of scrimmage?
Right here.
Good. So obviously the Cards want to get the ball downfield anywhere over here, and the other guys are pushing back this way over here. So one strategy would take...
Hey, Joe!
What?
Tic-tac-toe, I win!
Impressive. Hey, you can take my spot for a half inning. Be fine. You'd be fine. Back at the ballpark. CTN coverage of Metro Mini Town Ball. Great start for the Redbirds. Jumping out to a 2-0 lead on 5 hits in the opening inning. Oh, 4 hits, excuse me. Here's a look at how the Bucks will come to the plate. The pitcher, Nate Tillman, an opportunity to maybe vent some frustration leading things off. He'll be followed by the third baseman, Tanner Thompson. Lucas Nelson behind him. Shortstop, Trent Fredenberg is in the cleanup spot. Then it's DH Logan Piero, J.D. Wells, the second baseman and manager for the Bucks squad. Zane Vitens, the catcher, hitting in the 7th spot, Taylor Nelson, and then Charlie Eldridge rounding out the order.
Yeah, the Bucks are fortunate. The Redbirds could have put up a lot of runs in that part of the inning, but fortunately for the double play for them, for the Bucks in the field, gets them out with just the 2 runs across.
Zach Rusted, the hard-throwing lefty, leading things off for the Redbirds and firing a fastball for a strike, 0-1.
Tillman hitting .321 on the season.
This one slapped into right field, the leadoff single for Nate Tillman.
Rosted comes in with a 1-3 record. He's pitched 30 in a third innings, giving up 33 hits, 24 runs, 16 of those runs earned, and he starts out with a 4.75 earned run average.
That'll bring up Tanner Thompson.
Thompson hitting the ball well, hitting .429.
Dropping down a bunt toward first base. And it's missed on the barehanded attempt by Rustad. Everybody safe, 2 on, nobody out here to start the bottom half of the first inning.
Now batting, number 2, center fielder, Lucas Nelson.
Lays down a nice bunt, and Rusted's coming off the mound, but just couldn't pick up the baseball.
And even if he had, would have been a
tough play.
Very difficult play. It goes on the board as an error. Sacrifice bunt for Tanner Thompson, reaches on error. And now Lucas Nelson. Lefty versus lefty.
Nice pitch.
Called strike on the outside edge. Gets Rustad ahead in the count, 0-2. This one chopped to the right side. Jusela thought about going to second, and he's going to get beat. No, he did get back to the base just in time to record the out, but both runners advance on the play.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he was looking to see if he could make that play at second, realized he wasn't going to get him, and he had to win that race to the bag just barely.
So the tying run into scoring position, just 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. The shortstop, Trent Fredenberg.
Fredberg hitting .312 on the season.
A little late on the fastball, 0-1. Opportunity with a base hit that could possibly tie this one right back up. Tillman, the runner, at third. Thompson at second. Fredenberg behind in the count. Rustad taking his time, gets the sign from Zach White, pitches down and in. Evens it up and 1-1. Quick start for the Redbirds. The Bucks trying to answer here in the bottom half of the first. Pitches down low to Fredenberg, 2-1.
Yeah, it'd be nice for the Bucks here if they can get a quick answer after giving up a couple in that top half of the first.
Slider catches the outside edge and evens the count 2-2. That one had some really nice break back toward the plate. Hard pitch for a right-handed batter to Judge, and downright devastating to the left-handed hitters. Goes back to it, gets it inside, a swinging strike. White throws down to complete the strikeout for out number 2.
Yeah, big second out here. If they can get out of this inning without any runs, that would be huge.
I thought he got a piece of it.
I thought so too.
Certainly in the replay.
But hit him. Looked like a hit in the back of the leg as well.
So now the designated hitter, Logan Piero, is Rustad trying to work his way out of this jam. Had back-to-back singles, well, a single and then a reached on error. This one, a high fly to right field all day for Clubbin to get under it. Make the catch look easy. They leave 2 stranded in scoring position. After 1 inning, it's Coon Rapids 2, Anoka 0 on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Howie, do you know why fish are so bad at volleyball? Because they're afraid of the net.
Why me?
Why couldn't the volleyball player cross the road? There were too many bumps. Why was Cinderella kicked off the team? Because she ran away from the ball.
I hate you.
Back at Castle Field in Anoka, Coon Rapids and Anoka. Metro Mini Baseball, a great opening inning for the Redbirds, and it could have been bigger if it weren't for a double play to end a bases-loaded threat. Zach White, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, leading off the top of the second inning, takes a pitch for a strike.
White hitting $182 on the season. And yeah, and the Bucks had an opportunity to score some runs, and the Redbirds got out of it unscathed.
Swinging strike 2, and Tillman quickly ahead in the count 0-2. This one foul. And we'll try again at 0-2. High fly toward right center. Nobody's going to catch up with that. It's going to roll almost to the wall. White with a stand-up double to start things here in the top of the second. 5th hit already of the ball game for the Redbirds.
Well, nice job by White to get that leadoff double. We talked about it, just hitting 182. Great. I think it's Bray Klapperick. I'm gonna look to make sure. Braden.
Braden Klapperick.
Yep. We've seen him before, I thought, but I didn't know they shortened the first name to get him on the lineup card.
And that'll bring up Xander Parr, hitting in the number 9 spot.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. Fastball in for a strike, evens the count, 1-1.
Xander hitting .220 on the season.
Tillman looks the runner back. Fredenberg, the shortstop, was not holding the runner, so really nowhere for him to throw. Had Klapperick well off the base. And now Parr calls time at the plate, steps out, and now digs back in. Still a 1-1 count. This one through the hole, just out of the reach of J.D. Wells at second. Klapperick will be held up at second. Heads up, base running for Xander Parr. He saw the throw come through the infield and knew he could advance to second base. So back-to-back base hits again to start the inning.
Well, they're doing a good job against Nate Tillman so far, hitting the baseball. Already 6 hits.
6 hits the first time through the order. Yeah, that's pretty
pretty
solid.
good.
And that was just a great heads-up play by Xander Parr to get over and get 2 players in a scoring position with nobody out, and also really take out the possibility of a double play. Back to the top of the order, Jackson Bates walked and scored in the first. Pitch clips the outside edge. It's 0-2. And a 3-pitch strikeout desperately needed for Tillman.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say they certainly needed that first out.
Center fielder, number 17, Tanner Stein.
Brings up Tanner Stein. He doubled and scored in the first. Trying to help add to his team's lead here early on. They're up 2-0 in the second. Pitch is outside, 1-0. High fly to right field. Barker gets underneath it, makes the catch. Both runners tag and move ahead. And scoring from third is Klapperick. It's a 3-0 ball game.
Yeah, hit it just far enough to be able to get the runner home from third and move the runner along from second. That was just one away. Another opportunity to see if they can drive in an additional run.
Number 34, first baseman.
Up 3-0.
Scott Jusela, an RBI ground out that started the scoring in the first. Now with 2 outs, a runner at third base, pitch down and away. Good stop by Vitens behind the plate. This one slapped to the right side on a hop. Wells backhands it, throws to first, and that'll be out number 3. But the Redbirds add 1 more on 2 more hits. They leave 1 stranded. They lead 3-0 after an inning and a half on CTN.
Did you know that a player will jump an average of 300 times per game of volleyball?
Wow. And I think jumping up to go to the fridge is hard.
The fastest volleyball serve was over 83 miles per hour.
Yikes. If that serve were coming at me, they could have the point. I like my hands. They're dainty.
Huh?
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
There's a look at Hall of Famer Don Bright.
Always in a good mood. Always glad to be at the ballpark.
Player manager J.D. Wells leading things off for the Bucks here in the bottom of the second inning. Follows it back to the backstop. Pretty efficient first inning for Rustad. Only had to throw 12 pitches. He did give up a hit and then reached on error. This one hit towards center, coming in to make the catch is Tanner Stein for out number 1.
It looked, I thought at first maybe that was going to fall, but it hung up enough where Stein was able to run into it.
Catcher.
That'll bring up the catcher, Zane Vitens. Bucks trailing early by a 3-0 score. There's that slider coming in and clipping the outside edge. Start Vitens out 0-1.
Vitens
Looked to go to it again, but missed inside.
Sorry, Joe. Vitens having a nice season, 306 so far on the year.
Fastball misses outside, 2-1. And now inside, and just like that, it's 3-1.
Rustad trying not to lose him in this situation. Oh, he called a strike.
Vitens thought it was low, but clipped the edge at the outside part of the plate. And now a full count. This one hit toward the gap. Clubbin not able to get there in time, and it's a 1-out single for Zane Vitens. That'll bring up, as we take another look at it, it's caught too much of the plate.
Yep.
A good barrel on the ball by Vitens. And hit it where they ain't. That'll bring up the first baseman, Taylor Nelson.
Nelson hitting 250. I'm getting some nice info from the clubhouse leader. Taylor Nelson had a great tenure with the Redbirds, Joe, as a leader or right up there in almost every pitching category before playing for his hometown team. 624 innings, 49 wins, and 456 Ks. 49-20 overall as a Redbird pitcher.
Another breaking pitch from Rustad gets him ahead, and they count 0-2. One out, one on. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the ball game for Zach Rustad. Another look at how much break he's got
Yeah, he
on
really did.
that. Diving down and in on the right-handed hitters, and that brings up the left fielder, Charlie Eldridge.
Eldridge hitting 170 on the season.
Rustad able to clip the outside corner again, 0-1. A very conservative lead at first for Vitens with the left-handed pitcher on the hill. This one hit solidly into left field. And there's 2 on with 2 out as we go back to the top of the order for the Bucks.
Nice base hit, able to keep this inning alive for the Bucks with runners at first and second.
And that'll bring up the pitcher, Nate Tillman. Tillman singled in the first inning. Advanced as far as third where he was left stranded. Trying to help his own cause with 2 on and 2 out. Rustad takes his time, throws that bender again, and it has given the Bucks hitters fits so far.
It really has. You talked about his efficiency in that first inning. Got him. That pitch got him.
And Rustad back ahead in the count, 1-2. Rustad kicks and delivers. And getting just a piece is Tillman. He'll stay alive at 1-2.
Yeah, nice pitch there, and Tillman fortunate to get a piece of it. But still a good spot for Rustad.
Bucks able to get 2 runners on in the first inning, but left them both stranded. Now have a couple of hits, couple of runners on here in the second. But in danger of leaving him stranded again. That one dies down and in and evens the count 2-2.
Nice
Fastball
pitch.
right down the middle. Tillman knew it immediately as he heads back to the dugout. 2 hits, but 2 runners left stranded. It's a 3-0 lead for the Coon Rapids Redbirds after 2 innings on CTN.
All right, Joe. In high school football, the snap ends when A, the ball is moved from its place on the ground, B, the ball leaves the snapper's hands, or C, the ball touches the ground or any other player. You don't have to raise your hand, Joe. Yes, Joe?
I love football.
Ah, yikes.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at Castle Field, Redbirds all smiles after a couple of innings. They lead 2-0 or 3-0 over the home team Bucks. Jimmy Brenda leading things off. He had an RBI single in the first. Quickly behind in the count 0-2. Tillman throwing that one well wide of the plate. He tries to get Brenda to chase something. He has retired 3 straight. This one is hit a long way to left and all kinds of gone over the fence. A leadoff home run for Jimmy Brenda, his 7th?
That'd be his 8th. No, it'd be his 9th. His 9th home run.
And just like that, it's a 4-run lead.
And we know he broke the record for most home runs in a season. He's just adding to that. But yeah, he jumped on that pitch.
Yeah, hanging curveball, and Tillman knew it immediately. Eldridge chased for a couple of steps, but that one well over the fence, out of play. And now Justin Reeves also had a single in the first inning. This one chopped foul, and he's quickly behind in the count 0-2.
Redbirds have a loaded dugout. There are a lot of players here tonight. I know when talking to Jackson Bates, the Legion season came to an end today, losing to St. Michael and then to Champlin. He said they were having a little trouble getting players.
Reeves gets a piece, stays alive at 1-2. Able to lay off the slider that finished down and away, 2-2.
A tough one to lay off. Good patience by Reeves.
Saw it got him on his toes a bit, but kept his bat on his shoulder. That one well wide of the plate. It's 3-2. A 4-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd inning, as the Redbirds have just had the number of Nate Tillman, the starter for Anoka. Already 8 hits in the ball game.
It's impressive here in the top of the 3rd.
And that is strike 3, a big strikeout for Tillman. He needed it. I've got it as 7 hits, but either way, 7 hits.
7 or 8.
A lot of hits in 3 innings.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Got to bring up Jason Clubb, and he also singled in his first at bat. First pitch, fouled back, out of play. And a good pitch there that froze Clubb and fell in for a strike.
Yeah, so
all
far
3 batters here in the 3rd. He's gotten ahead in the count 0-2. Clubbin got a piece of that.
So far, at least a run in every inning for the Redbirds. I know that Tillman wants to stop the bleeding here, an opportunity to get out of this. Just one away, but gave up that home run to Brenda.
This one hit solidly through the hole on the left side. 2 for 2 start to the ball game for the right fielder, Jason Clubbin.
Yeah, they're doing really a nice job of hitting. I mean, now, whether it's 8 or 9, it's still impressive.
Brings up Hayden Torgerson. Torgerson hit into a double play that ended the first inning. First pitch hit well to right. Barker able to get there in time for out number 2. And now Zach White had a double first time up. Tillman able to catch the outside part of the plate. And again, getting ahead in the count, and every batter here in this inning, but a couple of hits, including the home run. His team trailing by 4. They try to pick off Clubbin, but he's back in time. Clubbin goes, pitch is wide, throw is not in time. It gets out into center field. Clubbin wanted to try for third, but ran into J.D. Wells. Clubbin calls time to recover the helmet. And Wells really kind of lucky that he did not get called for interference. Depending on the umpire, that's given up a free base to third.
Yeah, they just want to erase that runner at second and not worry about giving up an additional run.
Well, and they know Zach can hit the ball. Couldn't check the swing there, but maybe he did. 2-1. Got on top of that one, fouled it over toward the dugout. It'll be 2-2. Two and two with 2 out and a runner at second base. Tillman's pitch gets White swinging for out number 3, but another run across on a leadoff home run by Jimmy Brenda. Coon Rapids up 4-0 after 3.5 or 2.5 on CTN.
Today we're on soccer, Joe. So my goal is to kick around some topics with you, but I don't want to foul things up by being too forward.
Please stop that.
So could you assist me?
Stop.
Maybe pass some ideas
How?
so we can tackle this together?
Howie?
Oh, boy. I'm just saying, this really isn't my field.
Unbelievable.
Did you know? City code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov. Did you know properties are required to have garbage and recycling service with a licensed hauler? On collection day, place your carts 2 feet behind the curb. Collection containers should not be placed in the street. And don't forget, containers are not allowed at the curb on non-collection days. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
A beautiful night for baseball at Castle Field in Anoka. Coon Rapids leading the Anoka Bucks by a 4-0 score as we start the bottom of the third inning. Shortstop, or third baseman rather, Tanner Thompson.
Now Buck's looking to get on the board, just 3 hits.
Thompson dropped down a sacrifice bunt and reached on an error in the first, was left stranded at second. Rustad fires a fastball past him, swinging for strike 1, 1-0. And gets him swinging again to get ahead in the count, 1-2. Way high and wide, easy take for Tanner Thompson. fouled back out of play.
Well, you talked about earlier, Rushers, a lot of some runners on base, but obviously no runs coming across. He's had a pretty good outing so far.
Breaking pitch stays outside, and the count goes full. Just the second time so far that he's been to a 3-ball count. Full count pitch fouled to the backstop. We'll try again. This one rolled back up the middle. Scooping it up is Brenda. The throw is way high up over Jusela. Turning and going for second is Tanner Thompson. And that's going to be a 2-base error to put the leadoff man into scoring position for Anoka.
Yeah, ball kind of slowed down in the grass, and Brenda realized he's going to have to hurry that throw a little more than he wanted to, and he telegraphed it over the head of Jusela.
And so that'll bring up the center fielder, Lucas Nelson. You see another look at the throw. Brenda just airmailing it. And you got a big target in Jusela over at first base, still well over his head, out of his reach. Beauty of a bender right there by Zach Rustad to get ahead in the count 0-1.
And Nelson thought that pitch was going to be inside.
Another breaking pitch fouled down the first base line. 0-2. Rustad taking his time before coming to the plate with an 0-2 pitch. Runner at second base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Curveball is inside, 1-2.
Trying to get that curve to look like it's going outside and then come in, but that one missed by a bit. Not much.
Goes back to it. It's fouled off as Thompson was on the move from second. But a foul means it'll stay 1-2. Thompson will retreat to second base. White out for a quick word with his pitcher. Settles back in behind home plate. Nelson digs back in from the left side. Lefty on lefty. Ready for another 1-2 pitch. Bucks trying to chip away at this 4-0 lead early in this ball game. This one chopped back to the pitcher. Rustad has the lead runner off the base. Chasing him down is Bates. Comes Torgerson. And now Brenda. And that is a beautifully run chain. They get the out. Smart base running, though, by Lucas Nelson to get over to second base and replace the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, he realized the teammate was going to be tagged out, but he was smart enough to also realize that he could take that base. But a good job by the Redbirds to make sure they got that lead runner. Able to get the tag on him. First out of the inning.
So that goes 1, 6, 5, 4. Who was it that finally put the tag on him?
Was it Torgerson?
Did Torgerson get back? He had chased him down.
He did chase him down.
Either way, they get the out. White lost that pitch, but it was close enough that Nelson wasn't going to try and advance. Trent Fredenberg, a strikeout victim, first time up. That one gets away from White, and this time it is far enough. And Nelson advances over to third.
Yeah, you talked about just trying to chip away. They're down by 4, but an opportunity with 1 out and a runner at third to see if they can get that first run. You saw the ball get away from White.
And now a 2-0 count to Fredenberg. Fastball chopped back to the mound. Rustad looks the runner back, goes over to first to get out number 2.
Yeah, great play by Rustad, making sure that that runner is not going to go anywhere from third, and also making sure that he got the second out of the inning.
Well, the Bucks left 2 stranded in scoring position in the first. Another 2 runners, one of them in scoring position in the second. Trying to avoid leaving Nelson in scoring position here in the third. The designated hitter, Logan Piero, a fly ball to right field. His first time up. Fastball off the hands, popped up to third, and it's dropped. Torgerson and Bates were both there, and it finds a hole between them.
Yeah, that's one they'd like to have back. Yeah, just right off his glove.
And that will allow Anoka to get on the board.
Well, able to, again, get that first run.
It's going to be the 3rd error of the ball game against the Redbirds. First pitch rolled to short, scooped up by Bates. The throw to Jusele in time. And that will end the inning, but the Bucks get a gift. Run scoring on an error. They're on the board. It's 4-1 after 3 on CTN. So Howie, did you know the term soccer actually came from England?
But don't the English call soccer football, like pretty much everyone else?
Yeah, but only after we started saying soccer and the world was mocking us for it.
So you're saying the UK set us up?
Yep, sabotage.
Brits.
Did you know Coon Rapids has a city code regulating the height of your grass? Grass and weeds must be kept under 8 inches high. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Beautiful shot of the sun as it fades towards the west. Starting the 4th inning of Metro Mini Town Baseball, Taylor Nelson will take over on the hill. Mason Hoheisel takes his spot at first.
First changes of the game for either squad.
Xander Parr leading things off here for Coon Rapids. Had a single in his first at bat. And he's got another one here. It's softly into shallow center. That's all it's got. All you got to do.
That's all you have to do is find a little green. Nelson comes in with an 0-3 record. He's pitched 32 innings, given up 34 hits, 19 runs, 12 of those runs earned, a 3.37 earned run average on the season.
Back to the top of the order for Jackson Bates. This one hit back to the mound. Nelson turns, throws to Fredenberg for one, and he gets it over to Hoheisel to complete the 1-6-3 double play and erase that leadoff single.
Yeah, Bates not happy with himself grounding into that double play. And then Nelson doing a really just nice job of making sure he fielded it and threw it quickly to second, allowing enough time to get the double play.
That'll bring up Tanner Stein. Doubled and scored in the first and then hit a sacrifice fly in the second. Lays off the breaking pitch outside, 1-0. Another curve. This one gets Stein swinging, evens the count at 1-1. Nelson able to get ahead in the count, 1-2. Working quickly, and he gets the strikeout. Just 7 pitches in the inning. He gave up a hit, but got a double play and a strikeout. And the Redbirds are done quickly in the fourth. Bottom half after this on CTN. All right, Howie, take a look. Our opponents are on this side, and the Cardinals are over here. Where's the line of scrimmage?
Right here.
Good. So obviously the Cards want to get the ball downfield anywhere over here, and the other guys are pushing back this way over here. So one strategy would take...
Hey, Joe.
What?
Tic-tac-toe, I win.
Impressive. Redbirds jump to a very quick start here against Anoka. Able to drive in a couple of runs in the first inning. RBI single by Jimmy Brinda made it 2-0. And Zach Rusted has been solid. He's given up 3 hits through the first 3 innings. And a big home run by Jimmy Brinda leading off the top of the third, made it 4-0. The Bucks did get one back. 2 errors for the Redbirds in that third inning, leading to the run for Anoka. Bottom third of the order due up for the Bucks. Zane Vitens had a single his first time facing Zach Rustad.
Well, that quickie in the field for Anoka, able to get back to the play. Still plenty of time. This is a 9-inning ball game, but trailing by 3.
Fastball hit to short. Bates scoops, takes his time, makes the throw to Jusela for out number 1.
Relatively quick first out here in the bottom half of the fourth.
Pitcher, number 14.
And that'll bring up Taylor Nelson. Nelson started the game at first. Came on in relief in the top half of this inning. And pitched quite effectively despite giving up a leadoff single. He got a double play and a strikeout. And retired the side on just 7 pitches. Big swing at the breaking pitch. Comes up empty 0-1. Nelson, a strikeout victim, first time up. And in that at bat, also struggling with that breaking pitch from Rustad. Redbirds stay with it, but miss outside, 1-1. Bender over the plate, 1-2.
Yeah, I think Nelson looked back at the umpire and didn't think that was a strike, but you're not going to win that argument.
And it's been consistent that
Yeah.
Rustad has been able to place that slider. Starts well outside the zone, but then breaks in at the right spot. 1-2 pitch gets him swinging. 2 up, 2 down to start the bottom of the 4th inning.
Well, Rustad will take that. Nice start. That ball dropped out, but Nelson was committed.
Bring up the left fielder, Charlie Eldridge. Eldridge had a single in his first at bat. Now with 2 out, nobody on, looks at that breaking pitch for a strike.
Number 1, Charlie Eldridge.
And he has leaned heavily on his breaking pitches so far this afternoon or this evening. Goes back to it, but misses outside, 1-1. This one fouled back, 1-2.
Right into the Anoka dugout. Had to scatter a little bit, make sure that ball wasn't going to hit anyone.
Eldridge got just a piece of it to stay alive. Rustad looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game.
Oh, White's going to talk to him a little bit, walk him halfway back to the mound.
This one grounded and will go foul in front of third base. And we'll try again. Eldridge behind in the count early, but battling his way in this at bat. This one slapped to third. Torgerson fields, throws, and that will do it for the 4th inning. No hits, no runs, nobody left. It's 4-1 Coon Rapids after 4 on CTN.
Any vehicles left outside on your property must be in operable condition and parked on an improved surface with current registration displayed. And repairing or dismantling vehicles outside is a violation of city code. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Welcome back to Castle Field. Starting the 5th inning, Coon Rapids leading the Anoka Bucks by a 4-1 score. Metro Mini Baseball. Scott Jusela leading off for the Redbirds here in the 5th. He's 0 for 2. He did drive in a run in the first. Heading the count 3-1. Second inning of relief for Taylor Nelson. This one chopped to third. Backing off on it is Thompson. Strong throw across to Hoheisel for out number 1.
Yeah, Anoka wants quick outs in the field. Trailing by 3. We talked about it. 10 base hits for the Redbirds. 3 so far for the Bucks.
3 errors
And
for
3
the Redbirds.
Yeah, 3 errors for the Redbirds as well. But
which 2 in the same inning that led to the only run for Anoka so far.
yeah, they don't drop that pop-up, and there's no runs on the board for Anoka.
Still a lot of baseball to be played.
Oh, yes.
Jimmy Brenda, high fly to right field this time. It doesn't have the same distance as the last drive, and Josh Parker makes the play easily for out number 2.
Luke Nelson's in right.
Number 22, designated hitter, Justin Reeves.
And Eldridge is in center,
Yeah.
so who's in left? First pitch swinging, Justin Reeves has a base knock to left field.
Right fielder, number 8, Jason Lovett.
Looks like they're going to pinch run for Reeves. Number 7.
Number 7.
Number 7.
That's Justin Clark. You knew that.
Of course. Who else would it be? Jason Clubbin digging in. He's 2 for 2 this afternoon. The runner on and 2 away. Takes a pitch outside. 1-0. And Nelson again trying to tempt him with something down and away and not getting him to bite. It's 2-0. Clubbing a huge swing, knocked his own helmet off, did get a piece of the ball. 2-1. Swinging his way right out of his helmet.
It wasn't really your fault. I think you get to score only once instead of twice that you have to do the first time. And the score.
And now 2-2. No, 1-2. It was not 2-1. It was 1-2, and it'll stay 1-2. And that is strike 3. Good pitch from Nelson. Ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Bucks trailing the Redbirds by a 4-1 score on CTN. All right, Howie, take a look. Our opponents are on this side, and the Cardinals are over here. Where's the line of scrimmage?
Right here.
Good. So obviously the Cards want to get the ball downfield anywhere over here, and the other guys are pushing back this way over here. So one strategy would take...
Hey, Joe.
What?
Tic-tac-toe. I win.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Howie, do you know why fish are so bad at volleyball? Because they're afraid of the net.
Why me?
Why couldn't the volleyball player cross the road? There were too many bumps. Why was Cinderella kicked off the team? Because she ran away from the ball.
I hate you.
Fans enjoying a good ball game so far here at Castle Field.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the nicest facilities to play ball
Beautiful.
in the northwest suburbs here. Top of the order due up here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Nate Tillman, 1 for 2. Took a big hack at the first pitch from Rustad. Got a little piece. It's 0-1. Up and away, evens the count. It's amazing to me the resurgence of the mustache.
Oh yeah,
You have been a trendsetter your whole life
for many, many years.
for sure, but man, it is become so much more popular to wear a mustache over the last 3-4 years, especially with the younger crowd.
I guess I've always just been hip. That's me.
Yeah. Well, the mullet has come back too. Mullets and mustaches.
Well, that I won't be growing a mullet. I promise you that.
Tillman able to drive it up the middle. A leadoff single, his second hit of the ball game. Just the fourth of the day for the Bucks. That'll bring up Tanner Thompson. He has reached on error twice. Dropped down a sacrifice bunt and reached on an error in the first, and then rolled one to second that was airmailed over the first baseman's head in the third. First pitch, big swing and miss, 0-1. Rustad delivers inside, 1-1. Tillman, the runner at first. 1-1 count. In for a strike, 1-2.
I think it was a little surprising call that was called a strike. It looked to me like it was a little high in the zone, but
And now down and in. Evens it up, 2-2. Foul and out of play. We'll try again at 2-2.
yeah, the Bucks looking to see if they can again get another run this inning. Got one in the third to cut it to 4-1.
Called strike on the outside edge. Thompson will head back to the dugout. Out number 1. Fourth strikeout of the game for Rustad. And now Luke Nelson reached on a fielder's choice. Ended up scoring the only run of the game in that third inning.
Looked like he was going to offer at that pitch, but thought better of it.
And a fastball low, it makes it 2-0. Foul back and out of play.
Nice pitch there. Able to even it up.
So now 2-2 to Lucas Nelson with Tillman at first, one out here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Another foul.
And trying to work that pitch count.
Curveball misses low, and the count is full. Another foul, and umpire looking for a baseball. Hard to play without them.
Yeah, you need them. They're important.
Got one back to Rustad. We'll try again at a full count.
Again, Nelson doing a good job of keeping this at-bat alive, making sure that he gets a little contact on the ball with 2 strikes.
Fly ball right field. Clubbin comes in a few steps, makes the catch, and there are 2 down. That'll bring up Trent Fredenberg, who started at short, now playing in left. Fredenberg 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out.
Jack Vlacity warming up in the bullpen for the Redbirds.
Foul back, out of play. Runner going, pitch is outside, throw is not in time. A stolen base for Tillman gets him in a scoring position with 2 away.
Again, good job there. Got a pretty good jump on that pitch.
Yeah, realized that Rustad really wasn't keeping him very close, wasn't keeping a very good eye on him, and White's throw on the wrong side of the bag, but I don't think he had much chance with the jump he had. That sweeping slider that comes back in, catches the outside corner, gets Rustad ahead, the count 1-2. This one hit to center. Parr goes down to a knee but can't make the catch. It bounces off his glove. Rounding and coming home to score is Tillman. And Fredenberg slides in safely at second.
Yeah, it looked like Stein was going to be able to make a play
Stein,
on it. Yep.
I said Parr. It's Stein in center.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to make a play out and then went off the top of his glove.
I don't know. That wasn't very routine,
No.
but he
No,
did get a
definitely
glove
wasn't.
on it.
He did.
So I think that's going to have to be an error. Number 4 in the ball game for the Redbirds. Both runs scoring on errors. This pitch hit into no man's land, and coming home to score is Fredenberg.
Well, all of a sudden it's 4-3.
Just like that, the Bucks right back in this ball game.
Second baseman, number 7, J.D. Wells.
Well, the official scoreboard has both as hits. They
Yep.
gave Fredenberg a hit for it, so he would get an RBI. So 3 hits, 2 runs in this inning. There's 2 out for J.D. Wells. Wells 0 for 2.
Now Rustad just trying to get out of the inning.
We're playing baseball. It's 2 outs. You got first base. That's the way, 8 ball.
That's Tyler Young. Pinch running.
And representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch in for a strike. 2 and 1 and 2. 2 and 1. Sorry. One of the two. Throwing 3 pitches. 1 for a strike.
That's 2 and 2.
Now it's 3 and 1.
Oh, it's 3.
So we're both good at
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Well, you know, no surprise there.
It's like we've done it before.
Once or twice.
3 and 1 count to J.D. Wells. Thought he got ball 4 instead.
Yeah, he was ready to take the walk down to first.
He will have to dig back in for a full count pitch. Young, the runner at first base. 3-2 pitch from Rustad, swung on and missed. But 2 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 left. It's 4-3 as we head to the 6th inning on CTN.
Did you know that a player will jump an average of 300 times per game of volleyball?
Wow. And I think jumping up to go to the fridge is hard.
The fastest volleyball serve was over 83 miles per hour.
Yikes. If that serve were coming. First pitch of the 6th inning, Hayden Torgerson lines it into left center. He was 0 for 2 before that, but a leadoff single here is Coon Rapids now up by just a run. We'll see if they can pump that lead back up.
Cole Grubner coming in to run. We're the Redbirds.
It'll bring up Zach White, 1 for 2 with a double.
Yeah, Redbirds trying to get back some of those runs they just gave up. Had a 4-run cushion at one point. Now down to 1.
White shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Grubner, conservative lead. White bunts it foul, 0-2.
That's smart, playing a little small ball, see if they can move a runner into scoring position.
Fastball outside. 1-2. Nelson takes his time, now delivers. High fly in foul territory. Underneath it is Hoheisel. He makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, number 10.
So Tanner Thompson's playing short. And Nate Tillman, who started the game on the mound, is now at third.
That happened a couple innings ago,
Yep.
but we're just catching up.
Well, we're old.
They just shuffled the deck. Runner is off, pitch is way wide. The throw, wow, very close.
Really
I was
close.
amazed that Vitten's able to get it even close with how wide he had to go with it.
And Governor got a pretty good jump, too.
Thompson thought that he had the tag.
Let's see if he got his foot in there.
Well, you got to slide.
Yeah, you have to.
That's
He did get his foot there, but
He
yeah,
did.
you do
He's
have to-
safe. I
you
think
do have to
that's the
slide.
right call, but you
Yeah,
should slide.
You should make it a little more difficult for the fielder.
Another pitch outside to Xander Parr. It's 2-0. Parr's 2 for 2. Couple of singles in the ball game so far. It's not like baseball players don't want to get their uniform dirty.
No.
Typically. Solid single into left field. They're going to turn Grubner and send him home. Parr digs for second. He's there safely with an RBI double. He is 3 for 3 this evening in the number 9 spot.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. Yeah, he's had a nice evening. So they get 1 run back with just 1 away, and another runner in scoring position. Nice piece of hitting there, and you're going to see just overruns that ball. It's Fredenberg gets past him and allows a run to score, and the runner goes to second.
Bring us back to the top of the order. Jackson Bates 0 for 2. Walked and scored in the first. Celebrating his birthday, hoping to celebrate with a win.
Yes.
Pitch in there for a strike, evens it up 1-1. Fastball in for a strike, gets Nelson ahead, and they count 1-2. Parr trying to get in Nelson's head a bit, but he gets a swinging foul from Jackson Bates. Just getting a piece of it to stay alive at 1-2. Parr is off, foul back out of play.
Again, just protecting the plate, making sure he gets a piece of it.
Somebody's down here already. Yeah, you gotta be on. You gotta be on. Ready to There's a lot of people down there. That's help. You have so
Runner at second base, 1 already across, only 1 out here in the inning. Nelson delivers high, 2-2 to Jackson Bates. inside, and the count is full. Bates with a strong at bat, able to work his way back in to a full count. He's fouled off a couple of 2-strike pitches. Nelson, as well as some of the Anoka faithful, felt that that one was in the zone. Instead of full count.
Yeah, our guy in blue didn't agree with him.
It's tough. It's tough being the guy in blue.
It is, especially when you're only one official here.
Yeah, and
You've got to make every call.
and half of the people in the audience will dislike your call just about every time. Full count pitch, fastball, foul down the right field line, and it will mean it will try again.
Okay. Win it tight.
Called third strike. Bates
I don't think he agreed.
did not. He thought that was down and away, but that's a big second
I
out
was just
for
gonna
the
say it.
Bucks.
Huge.
Number 7, Stein.
Look hard to see where it was with the runner par in the way, but you could see the reaction from Jackson Bates as he returned to the dugout. Runner was off, but Stein skies this one just behind second. Backing up to make the catch is J.D. Wells, and that will end the inning. But another run on 2 hits. There was one left. It's 5-3 Coon Rapids, middle of the 6th inning on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
All right, Joe. In high school football, the snap ends when A, the ball is moved from its place on the ground, B, the ball leaves the snapper's hands, or C, the ball touches the ground or any other player. You don't have to raise your hand, Joe. Yes, Joe?
I love football.
Ah, yikes.
Getting into the late innings here at Castle Field. Bottom of the 6th inning. Coon Rapids with 2 runs in the first, another in the third, or second, another in the third at a 4-0 lead. Anoka cut into it with a run in the bottom of the third, 2 more in the bottom of the 5th to get back within 1, but Coon Rapids got another insurance run in the top of this 6th inning. So Zane Vitens leading things off. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Foul back. Hard hit to the left side, backhanded by Bates. Hard throw across in time for out number 1.
You know who's at third for Coon Rapids?
Grebner.
Number
9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. That was a heck of a play defensively.
Was.
For the birthday boy.
I figured since he had taken over for Torgerson on the
Yeah,
base that
that
he
he
would
would go.
be in the field as well. And now Taylor Nelson. Nelson 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts. He's done a pretty nice job in relief over the last couple of innings. Put up a couple of zeros in his first 2 innings of relief. Did surrender 1 at the top half of this inning. Be interesting to see how long Rostad goes.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was looking at the innings because we're now through. If he finishes through 6, we saw Velocity warming up earlier. He's warming up again. Maybe this will be his last inning.
Outside, 3-1. Unofficially, this will be his 99th pitch of the day.
That's a lot of pitches.
In for a strike. I don't know how many times Anoka players have started towards first believing they just earned a walk only to have to dig back in. This time it is a walk as the pitch is low. I believe first walk issued by Zach Rustad. And that will be probably the end of his night.
That should be at this point.
I believe with exactly 100. One out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, Velocity's going to get the call.
Yeah, looks like he's staying over near the dugout. You see, Jack.
Oh, he'll keep him out there.
Looks like Rustad said, I got enough. I can finish this inning.
Not out of gas yet.
Well, and that's pretty impressive. I mean, get to the 6th inning before you surrender a walk. And so now Charlie Eldridge takes a pitch low, 1-0. Fouled back and out of play off the top of the press box. 1-1.
As long as it's not off the top of someone's car.
I would hope to not return to my car and find
that would not be
baseball
good.
dents. But that is a danger of coming to any ballpark, really.
Yep. It's kind of strategic. You got to plan where you're going to park.
Well, in this ballpark, the parking is pretty much in foul territory.
It's close. You just have to hope that nothing hits your car.
I parked behind a bigger vehicle.
I did as well.
1-2. Eldridge checks his swing. It's 2-2. Nelson, the runner at first base, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 pitch to Eldridge is way inside, bounces away from White, and then trotting over to second base is Taylor Nelson. And a full count to Eldridge. Another look at it, saw how far inside it was, and just went off the heel of White's glove. And now Nelson will be replaced on the base paths. Courtesy runner.
We'll check.
Of course it is. Who else would it be?
Exactly.
Charlie Eldridge. Looking for a full count pitch. Swings on it and misses. And that is out number 2.
A big second out of the inning with the runner in scoring position. You were able to pick up an additional run in your top half of the sixth.
7 strikeouts now for Zach Rusted tonight. Back to the top of the order, Nate Tillman. Tillman 2 for 3, couple of singles, a run scored. He has a stolen base as well. The runner at second base, 2 away. First pitch fouled off. Down and in. 1-1. Fastball misses low. Rustad just trying to finish this 6th inning.
Well, head coach Jeff Lindstrom is hoping that he can do so, as he decided to keep him in there.
Catches the outside edge and evens the count 2-2. Two and two with 2 out and a runner at second base. Bucks trailing by 2. Zach Rustad kicks, delivers. This one fouled out of play. We'll try it again.
Got a little work in the Bucks bullpen.
Misses just high. Tillman checks his swing, gets to a full count.
Looks like Garrett Hoffman warming up for Anoka.
And that is ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Rustad. Not have one through the first 5 innings.
Coach Lindstrom.
And now the tying run is on base.
Again, just trying to get out of the inning with 2 away.
Tanner Thompson 0 for 2. Had a sacrifice bunt in the first, reached on an error. Reached on an error again in the third. Struck out his last time up. First pitch, got a piece, fouled it off. Rusted's rhythm is definitely slowed here in this inning, taking a little more time with a couple of runners on. Fastball misses high, 1-1. Tillman at first, check at second. 1-1 pitch swung on and missed.
A big swing and a miss. In a good spot now for Russell. Just try and get out of this inning, ahead in the count 1-2.
Slider misses low. 2-2. Redbirds have led since the opening inning. Bucks have been able to cut into it. This one chopped and will go foul in front of first base. Able to get back within a run before Coon Rapids got an extra one in the top half of the 6th inning. Now a couple of walks has the tying run on base. Tanner Thompson trying to drive him in.
Be interesting to see if they can get out of this inning with a 2-run lead and how that all shakes out here within the last few innings.
Thompson calls time, steps out, now digs back in. Rostad has the pitch he wants. This one fouled back and out of play. These last couple of innings have been a lot of work.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Through 29 pitches in that 5th inning when Anoka was able to score a couple of runs. Not sure where he's at this point, but he's got to be getting pretty close to that here in this inning. Fastball swung on and missed. Strikeout number 8 leaves 2 runs stranded. We go to the 7th. Coon Rapids 5, Anoka 3. You're watching Town Ball on CTN.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Today we're on soccer, Joe. So my goal is to kick around some topics with you, but I don't want to foul things up by being too forward.
Please stop that.
So could you assist me?
Stop.
Maybe pass some ideas
How?
so we can tackle this together?
Howie? Oh, boy.
I'm just saying, this really isn't my field.
Unbelievable.
Did you know city code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more? Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at Castle Field, starting the 7th inning. Coon Rapids leading Anoka by a 5-3 score. Anoka brings in Garrett Hoffman. Takes over on the hill. Scott Jusela, the first to see him, watches a fastball for a strike, 0-1.
Hoffman's 1-1 on the season with a save. He's pitched 7 in the 3rd innings. He's get up 9 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a 2.45 earned run average.
Took a little something off it. It dips down and away, 1-1. Sinking pitch, grounded to short. Thompson the throw to Nelson for out number 1.
That was a nice play. Good backhanded stab and a strong throw across the diamond.
Number 4, second baseman for the Redbirds, Jimmy Brenda.
It'll bring up Jimmy Brenda, 2 for 3. RBI single and a solo home run. Well, that's something you don't see every day. Baseball, you see the nose plugged up with tissue a lot in wrestling, hockey, basketball. Not a lot in the baseball realm, you know.
No.
There's not a lot of need for that in baseball very often, but maybe for Hoffman it helps him find his best balance. 1-0.
He's saying he's a little off balance by pushing some Kleenex up there. It just kind of centers him.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, it's either that or wearing garters to keep you, off balance, where pitchers are supposed to be. For pitchers and artists.
Yes.
If you don't understand that reference, please go watch Bull Durham. 2-0. Or no, sorry, 1-1.
Such a great movie.
Brenda couldn't check his swing, falls behind in the count 1-2.
Tried.
And clearly well past the front of the plate. This one slapped into right field. Nelson underneath it for out number 2. And now it's DH Justin Reeves, also 2 for 3. Pair of singles in tonight's contest. Fastball misses outside, 1-0. Slaps it foul and out of play. Hoffman comes in, able to get the first too many faces. Curveball misses outside.
Yeah, and that's his job. Come in relief and see if you can get a quick inning, especially when you're trailing.
Facing the meat of the order as well, 3, 4, 5 hitters. And that's the third hit of the ball game for Justin Reeves. As Hoffman had to bend to get out of the way. And
he certainly did.
Keep from.
That was coming right at him.
Now batting.
Taking a hit on the mound.
Right field. Jason Clubbin.
Yeah, the Redbirds were able to hit the ball tonight, no doubt. That's their 14th hit. Jack Arndt going to be running for Coon Rapids.
Take over on the bases for Justin Reeves. Clubbin 2 for 3 also. Couple of singles, a stolen base. Takes a strike, 0-1. Strikeout last time up for Clubbin. 2 out and a runner at first. That pitch is high and evens the count.
Redbirds would love to be able to get another additional run here. But with 2 away, they're going to have to get something going.
Fouled back, and it is going to stay in play. A late read on it by Vitens, and he's not able to track it down.
Yeah,
he thought that was going out of play, and it did stay in. Hoffman came off the hill and was about to try and track it down behind home plate.
Vitens, you can see he does not know where it is, and then he finally gets it, but not able to get underneath it.
So Clubbin back in with a 1-2 count. They'll check on Arndt. He's back safely. The throw gets away, and Arndt will move over to second base. First error of the ball game for the Bucks. Coon Rapids has 3 or 4. There's 3 on the board. I think
I
Probably was a fourth.
I agree with you.
That moves that runner into scoring position now with 2 away. 1-2 pitch to Clubbin is high. What I say is incredibly unofficial.
Of course.
Clubbin grounds it to third, scooped up by Tillman. He'll throw over to Nelson for round number 3. So 1 hit, 1 left. Still a 5-3 lead for the Redbirds as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch. It's that time on CTN.
Did you know properties are required to have garbage and recycling service with a licensed hauler? On collection day, place your carts 2 feet behind the curb. Collection containers should not be placed in the street. And don't forget, containers are not allowed at the curb on non-collection days. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
So Howie, did you know the term soccer actually came from England?
But don't the English call soccer football, like pretty much everyone else?
Yeah, but only after we started saying soccer and the world was mocking us for it.
So you're saying the UK set us up?
Yep, sabotage.
Brits.
Did you know Coon Rapids has a city code regulating the height of your grass? Grass and weeds must be kept under 8 inches high. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
A solid outing to start for Zach Rustad. He had 8 strikeouts, just 2 walks, gave up 3 hits. And I believe only one of them earned, or 3 runs. Only one of them earned. And now he'll be replaced by Jack Flassity. Lucas Nelson leading things off for Anoka here in the bottom of the 7th. Swings and misses.
Lassity comes in with a 2-2 record. He's pitched 28 innings. He's given up 36 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned. He takes them out with a 4.50 earned run average.
Had a rough time last time
Yes.
we did a ball game when he came in relief and kind of a pressure situation, gave up a couple of hits and surrendered the lead. But the Redbirds able to come back and win that one against the Champlin Park Low Gators. Jackson Bates scored the winning run on a wild pitch. He was also the winning pitcher. Fastball gets Nelson swinging, strike 2. And a fastball called, 3rd strike. And Nelson is retired, leading off the bottom of the 7th.
Nice way to start your outing if Jack Flassity get a strikeout here to start the bottom half of the 7th.
And a good hard fastball on the outside edge. No arguments from Lucas Nelson as he turned and headed back to the dugout. Trent Fredenberg is 1 for 3. His being the very questionable, was it a hit, was it an error to center field? Because Stein did get there and got a piece of it, but it went off his glove. But it definitely was not a routine play. This one popped up But good effort from both Grebner and Vlacity to get over there, but it falls.
Yeah, good hustle off the mound. Tough one to get.
Jack's got some wheels. This one chopped to short. Bates waits on it, makes the throw, and there's 2 down.
Good, nice play, routine play for Bates. He's had a nice game in the field. Justin Walters at second base for the Redbirds now, taking over for Brynda.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Logan Piero. Piero 1 for 3. Single, reached on an error, did drive in a run. First pitch hit right back to the mound, knocked down by Vlacity. Takes his time, throws it over to Jusela, and a very good inning to start for him in relief. 1, 2, 3, 7th inning. We go to the 8th. Coon Rapids 5, Anoka 3 on CTN.
Okay, I have a couple good ones for you, Joe. How do football players stay cool? By standing next to the fans. What kind of tea do football players drink? Penalty. Why can't you play football with pigs? Because they hog the ball.
Redbirds jumped to a big lead early. Jimmy Brynda's home run in the 3rd inning gave them the 4-0 edge. Unfortunately, some struggles in the field helped the Bucks get back in. They had a couple of runs that were unearned in the 3rd inning, able to get back to within 4-3, but Xander Parr able to drive in an insurance run in the 6th, and that is where we stand with the Redbirds leading the Bucks by a 5-3 score.
Yeah, you
We
talk about
start inning number 8.
Velocity did a nice job, as you mentioned, coming in and getting a 1-2-3 inning. And that's what the Redbirds needed, as they have that 2-run lead and opportunity here in the top of the 8th to see what they can do about trying to grow it.
First at bat for Grebner. And this one rolled slowly to first. Scooped up by Nelson. Tags the bag, and there's one away.
Well, that's how Anoka wants to start in the field. 1 pitch, 1 out. As we start the top of the 8th.
That'll bring up the catcher, Zach White, 1 for 3 with a double. Back in the 2nd inning. First pitch misses down and away. And a good pitch there from Hoffman to get it even 1-1. That one falls just low of the zone, 2-1. Fastball in for a strike, and even the count, 2-2. Swung out and missed. 2 up, 2 down for Garrett Hoffman. And how about this for your number 9 hitter?
Number 9.
Number 9. 3 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Xander Parr has had a nice evening.
He certainly has.
First time facing Hoffman. Bunts it foul, trying to catch him off guard.
Yeah, I do like the thought. Not looking for the bunt in that situation for the defense.
And Parr's got decent wheels, so if he lays it down softly along the third baseline, he might be able to beat that out. And that one misses outside. 1-1. Foul and out of play. And hopefully not my car that's bouncing off.
I don't think so.
Got a piece, but it's squeezed by Vitens. A 1-2-3 inning for Garrett Hoffman, including back-to-back strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 8th. You're watching Metro Mini Baseball on CTN.
Any vehicles left outside on your property must be in operable condition and parked on an improved surface with current registration displayed. And repairing or dismantling vehicles outside is a violation of city code. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
So funny. That's not back at the ballpark. Some changes in the field. Trying to see who's out in right field as you see Jason Clubbin over there speaking with Coach Bright. I do know behind the plate we have a new catcher, Aaron Young.
He has the same last name as you.
That's weird.
Isn't that strange? How many?
And certainly, we've talked about Jackson Bates celebrating his birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to young Mr. Young, who will celebrate a big one tomorrow.
Yes, the big 2-1.
And his golden birthday.
Yeah, I can't believe it. That's crazy. I was talking to him before the game. I said, God, I hope I get to see him play tonight. So I'm glad I get to.
Vlacity had a fantastic first inning of relief through just 8 pitches to get 3 outs. But he starts out 2-0 here to J.D. Wells. And now 3-0 as it finishes high. And a 4-pitch walk.
Well, exactly the way the Anoka squad wants to start here. as we are getting late in the game, and
The Waz
the Waz.
up in the bullpen. Zane Vitens, the catcher for Anoka, will dig in with the runner at first, nobody out. Vitens 1 for 3. Singled in his first bat back in the second inning. There he found the zone, 1-1. Fastball got the 10 swinging, and Vlacity had the count 1-2.
That was a big swing and a miss on that fastball.
Vlacity keeping a close eye on Wells. This one fouled and out of play. Taking his time between pitches. Another foul out of play, and Vitens battling to stay alive at 1-2.
Well, he certainly is. Well, Vlacity with a couple pitches to play with here.
Curveball gets him swinging, and that's strike 3. And that's just plain nasty.
That is nasty.
But also delicious. He does have a lot of spin
Yeah, a
on
lot of
that
movement.
curveball. That one may have stayed high, but Vitens wasn't taking the chance, took a hack at it, came up empty. And now Taylor Nelson 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts and a walk in his 3 trips. And there's that curveball in the zone for strike 1. Fastball swung on and missed. Vlacity had the count 0-2, finding a little better rhythm after that 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning.
Well, he had a good inning previous, and then to give up that walk here in the bottom of the 8th.
Pitch misses low. And now 1-2. Another look at Wells over at first base. This one hit well into right field. Getting underneath it and making the catch. I'm not sure again who's out in right field now.
Well, I think it's Torgerson, I believe. I thought there was a 4 on his jersey. I thought there were 2 4s, and I'm really the only thing that I
don't know that Torgerson
play outfield
can reinsert that way, but perhaps.
You know, back in my day, we could see that far.
That's a long time ago back in your day. Not as long as me.
Well, They do shuffle the lineups quite often.
Oh, yeah.
Try and get everybody some playing time. Eldridge also 1 for 3. And a good pitch for a strike, 2-1.
Yeah, it was a nice one. Again, just.
But he's got some really good snap on his fastball. He's getting up into the mid-80s somewhere. And the curveball has quite a bit of movement on it. And this one hit back up the middle. Bates able to lay out and make the stop, but not able to make a play at any base. Everybody's safe, but a heck of a play by Jackson Bates just to keep it from getting into the outfield.
Drew Gertz in right field for Coon Rapids. But again, just doing a nice play, keeping that from getting out of the infield.
Yeah, and that may be the difference between Wells standing at second base or advancing to third. And now back to the top of the order, Nate Tillman. Two out, 2 on, pitches inside, 1-0. A little half swing foul for Tillman. May have just been protecting himself. That may have been a self-preservation foul ball. No pitch feels good to get hit by, but a velocity fastball you're going to feel.
It's going to leave a mark.
And that one right on the inside edge to get velocity and the count 1-2. 2 out, 2 on here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Bucks trailing by 2. Velocity checks the runners, now comes to the plate. This one rolled to short, scooped up by Bates. The throw over in time. And the Bucks once again leave a couple of runners stranded. We go to the 9th. Coon Rapids 5, Anoka 3. All right, Howie, take a look. Our opponents are on this side, and the Cardinals are over here. Where's the line of scrimmage?
Right here.
Good. So obviously the Cards want to get the ball downfield anywhere over here, and the other guys are pushing back this way over here. So one strategy would take...
Hey, Joe!
What?
Tic-tac-toe, I win!
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Anoka Bucks fans holding out hope their home team will be able to come from behind here in the 9th. They have, as we talked about early in the broadcast, they've had a a rough go over the last couple of weeks. Had a 6-game losing streak, and I think 3 or 4 of those 6, maybe 4, maybe even 5 of those 6 were by 1 run. They finally broke that streak earlier this week with a 3-2 win over the Andover Aces, but a lot of games that they've lost by 1 run in this season.
Logan Piero now on the mound for Anoka.
And he will face the top of the order.
Braden Klapperick. Pierre really had not a lot of experience, or not a lot of time, I should say, on the mound. Just 1 1/3 innings so far. Giving up 2 hits in that time, 1 earned run.
Klapperick swings and misses, 1 and 2. And Pierre able to start his outing with a strikeout.
And again, with Anoka trailing by 2, and they'll be down to their last 3 outs. They want to get out of here quickly in this top of the 9th.
Another look at Klapperick just underneath that breaking pitch. And now Tanner Stein, 1 for 3 with a double, sacrifice fly, or run scored. Fastball misses high, 2-0. Thought about swinging, maybe he should have called strike, 2-1.
So Aaron Lindstrom wants to know who can grow a better mustache, you or Aaron?
Oh, Aaron for sure. He's got better hair. He was fortunate to get the hair from his mom's side of the family, so he's got thicker head of hair than I've ever had. But yeah, his mustache is epic. And a called 3rd strike. I don't think Stein agreed.
No, it's only 2.
Oh, that was 2.
Yep.
I had him at 2-2. So it's 3-2.
Now it is.
I'll figure this game out eventually. Ball 4. But yes, his mustache is fantastic. And he gets the curl all natural. I would need a lot of product.
Wax, a lot of product to get that curl. Yeah,
to get that curl.
When I saw him today, I noticed. Yeah, look, it's really, they're both curled right up. It's great. Yeah. Both sides.
Yeah, it's thicker, more dense. Eventually, I would assume he'll also have that, in his beard. Which I grow a decent beard, but it's thin. It's not dense. The runner is off, and Stein will steal without a throw.
There it is. There's that stash.
There, and he's working it.
I taught him all his moves.
That's how you groom it. Jusela at the plate takes a pitch down and away, 2-0. Stein going for 3rd. He's going to steal 3rd without a throw.
Good hustle there by Stein again to get to 3rd now.
Well, and again, he's picking on the pitcher that's not looking at him at all. Catcher has no chance when the runner's halfway to the bag before it gets to the plate.
Now the Redbirds.
Up and in. A walk for Jusela puts runners at the corners with 1 out.
Yeah, I mean, again, a great opportunity to add some insurance here with just 1 away.
And now Jimmy Brenda will stroll to the plate. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI single and a home run. But this is what I was talking about. You know, mullets and mustaches.
Yeah,
He went with both. But in that age group, that late teens, early 20s, that's
the thing.
That's the thing.
Yep.
They didn't learn from those of us who grew up in the 80s. High fly to center field. Eldridge gets underneath it, makes the catch, but it's deep enough for Stein to come home with another insurance run and make it 6-3.
Yeah, again, nice to get that insurance. Now you've got a 3-run cushion.
And it's going to be Jack Arndt getting his first at bat. He took over for Reeves on the bases back in the 7th inning.
Arndt hitting .309 on the season.
Arndt with 2 out, a runner at first. Good fastball from Piero for a strike. This one rolled to the right side. Wells will scoop it up, flip it over to Nelson for out number 3. But a couple of walks leads to a sacrifice fly and a 6-3 lead as we go to the bottom of the 9th on CTN.
Howie, do you know why fish are so bad at volleyball? Because they're afraid of the net.
Why me?
Why couldn't the volleyball player cross the road? There were too many bumps. Why was Cinderella kicked off the team? Because she ran away from the ball.
I hate you.
It all comes down to this, the bottom of the 9th inning. The Bucks trailing the Redbirds by a 6-3 score. Jackson Bates taking over on the mound, trying to get the save here.
Well, he's already got 3 saves on the season, but he's got a 3-0 record. He's pitched 17 2/3, only given up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, a 1.02 earned run average on the season for number 5.
Well, it's, as Coach Bright likes to say, it starts on the mound. It has all night long. Zach Rusted with 6 strong innings, a couple of good innings in relief for Jack Flassity, and now Jackson Bates on to try and close it out. He is going to have to face the meat of the order, 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for the Bucks. Tanner Thompson puts this one into shallow left field and has a leadoff single.
Well, you've got 3 runs to make up, and that's the way you start.
Right fielder, number 2. Nelson.
And that'll bring up Luke Nelson. Nelson 0 for 4 did reach on a fielder's choice and scored the first run of the game for the Bucks back in the 3rd inning. Fastball in for a strike.
Brett Grubner now playing short for the Redbirds, taking over for Jackson Bates.
This one fouled back. Is that Klapperick then at third now? Well, because Klapperick just took his spot in the batting order. So I'm wondering if he's also in the field somewhere. High fly to shallow center. In on it is Stein. He's there for out number 1. No, it's Cole Grubner still at third.
Third, yeah.
Because what number is he?
He's number 9.
He is?
He is number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Trent Fredenberg had an RBI double back in the 5th inning when the Bucks scored 2 runs and cut it to a 4-3 lead at that point. Understand that if the score holds, it's the Jimmy Brenda home run that turns out to be the winning run. Number of different Redbirds have had big games tonight.
He'd be the Norelco player of the game if that's the case.
Is Norelco still around?
I don't know. Can find a razor somewhere.
Call Pete Yell.
Oh, I'm sure Pete Yell has 10 of them in his drawer at home.
Still. Swinging strike. Gets Bates ahead in the count 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed. And that is out number 2. The Bucks down to their final out. They do have Thompson at first base. Another look at it. You see how late he was. Not able to catch up with the heat. It's kind of the birthday boy connection right here.
It is, actually.
Today's birthday boy, Jackson Bates, on the mound. And tomorrow's birthday boy, Aaron Young, behind the plate.
Yeah, just 2 years separate them.
Another good, strong fastball starts Logan Piero out 0-1. Piero 1 for 4 with an RBI single back in that 5th inning. Got a little piece, but behind in the count 0-2. And the Bucks could be down to their last strike.
Yeah, great spot for Bates here.
Thompson replaced on the base paths.
That's Mike McGonigal.
Inside. 1-2. I wonder if that is I believe it may be the son of Jeff McGonigal.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Runner is going. This one chopped to the left side. Gets past one. Grabner. Good backhanded stab by the other. The throw not in time. And a good heads up running by McGonigal able to get over to third. So an infield single with 2 away keeps the hopes alive for the Bucks. Runners at the corner got under Cole Grebner's glove and throw not in time. And now J.D. Wells steps to the plate representing the tying run. But 2 down. Pitch up and in. Backs him off the plate a little bit. Wells 0 for 3 with a walk. Fastball clips the outside edge, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, if your base just can't be concerned about the base runners, just be concerned about that hitter with 2 away.
Fastball up high, swung on and missed. And again, the Bucks down potentially to their last strike. Piero moving over to second base. And again, Redbirds not real concerned about that run.
Nope.
This one hit back up the middle. One run will score. They will hold Piero. RBI single for Wells.
Now the Bucks trying to make a comeback here with two away. And runners at the corners. That one hit right back up the box, right past Bates into center field.
McGonigal scores easily from third. And that'll bring up the catcher, Zane Vitens. 1 for 4. Tying run at first. Fastball misses outside. Outside again, good stop by Young. Foul back and out of play.
Well, the Bucks doing a nice job of pressuring here, the Redbirds. One run across so far, but runners at the corners. Again, being just concerned about the hitter at the plate.
Inside, backs Vitens off. Now 3-1. Piero at third, Wells at first. 3-1 pitch to Vitens, swung on and missed. And with 2 down and a full count, Wells will be on the move on the pitch here, and Vitens wants time.
A big spot here for Vitens at 3-2, trying to keep this inning alive, trying to preserve an opportunity for his team to at least tie it up.
Swung on and missed. A strikeout to end the ball game, secure the win for the Redbirds. The save for Jackson Bates on his birthday.
Yeah, it was a nice win by the Redbirds. You know, as you talked about, they controlled the action. They did not lose the lead in this contest. And they get the win, and they move to 16-11 on the season. And
staying a couple of spots ahead of the Bucks in the Metro Mini standings.
The Bucks fall to 10-13 on the year.
It's just an all-around strong effort for the Redbirds. We talked about the pitching, outstanding start for Rustad. Good relief, a couple of innings for Jack Vlasity, and then, of course, the save for Jackson Bates. But also the hitting, all up and down the lineup. They finished with, 13, 14 hits. They hit the ball all up and down the lineup.
They really did, and it was a nice win for them on the road here at Castle Field.
And that will do it for this edition of CTN Sports.